Are you ready to experience spine-chilling horror like never before? Join us as we delve into 3 frightening true night drive horror stories. These hair-raising tales will leave you on the edge of your seat, questioning reality itself. Don't miss out on this bone-chilling journey into the unknown. Hit that subscribe button now and never miss a terrifying story again. Turn on notifications and be the first to watch our new videos. Number 1. One stormy night, heavy rain poured from the sky as I drove alone on a deserted road, gripping the steering wheel tightly. I tried to navigate through the downpour, hoping to reach my friend's cabin. Suddenly, my car jerked and stopped, leaving me stranded in the middle of nowhere. Panicking, I checked my phone, but there was no signal. What a sigh. I got out of the car, drenched by the rain, and opened the hood. I couldn't see any obvious issues, and my limited knowledge of cars left me feeling helpless as I stood there thinking about my life choices. I heard the sound of an approaching engine, and I felt relieved as headlights appeared in the dark. Another car pulled up next to me, and a concerned stranger got out. Offering to help, I was grateful for the assistance and eagerly accepted. The stranger was a kind, middle-aged man with a friendly smile. He looked at the engine and suggested a few possible issues. We tried some basic troubleshooting, but it was clear we didn't know what was wrong. The man then offered to give me a ride to the nearest town, where I could find a mechanic or get help. I thanked him for his generosity and got into his car, trusting him without hesitation. As we drove along the wet roads, we chatted lightly, but then, from the corner of my eye, I saw something alarming. A glint of metal, a knife hidden between the seats. My heart raced as I realized the horrifying truth. I looked around the car cautiously and noticed bloodstains on the back seat. There was also a news article about a local murder that happened a few months ago. The man who had stopped to help me wasn't who he seemed to be. Panic overwhelmed me, and I knew I had to stay calm and find a way to escape. I pretended to be grateful while my mind was racing with fear and uncertainty. Finally, when we reached a gas station deep in the woods, I saw my chance. I faked needing to use the restroom and asked the man to stop. He hesitated, but eventually he parked the car. As soon as the doors opened, I ran as fast as I could towards the illuminated gas station. I burst through the doors, out of breath and soaked from the rain, urgently explaining the situation to the surprised people inside and the gas station attendant. They quickly took action, calling the authorities and providing me with a safe place to stay until help arrived hours later. As the rain stopped, a tow truck came to take my broken-down car away. I will never forget that night. It was a close call, and I could have been in grave danger. Number 2. The engine sputtered and died, leaving us stranded on a dark, desolate road. Rain hammered against the windows, adding to our unease. Our group of friends, returning from a joyful weekend, now faced apprehension with no civilization in sight. Mark's frustrated exclamation echoed our feelings, realizing the unfortunate timing of the car breakdown in the remote, rainy night. Sarah tried to troubleshoot, but our lack of expertise made us feel helpless. Fear gripped us as we faced the reality of the situation. All of a sudden, we heard a faint sound carried by the wind. It was like a distant whisper, almost hard to hear, but it made us shiver. We looked at each other, unsure if we were imagining things, but the whisper became louder, turning into a spooky voice that we couldn't ignore. "What's that?" Jenny cried out, her voice trembling. We strained to listen, trying to understand the words floating in the air. It was a low, raspy voice filled with anger and desperation. The words were strange, like a language from another world. Fear gripped us as we realized we weren't alone on that empty road. The whispers seemed to come from all around, making us feel surrounded by something unseen. Our hearts raced as we decided to forget about fixing the car ourselves and find help, no matter how far we had to walk. Every time the leaves rustled or a twig cracked, our hearts raced with fear. It felt as though an unseen predator was watching us, lurking just out of sight. After what felt like a very long time, we came across a small, run-down house nestled in the woods. We gently knocked on the wooden door, and it slowly opened to reveal an old man with tired eyes. His face showed the signs of a tough and solitary life. We stumbled over our words as we explained our situation, hoping he could help us. The old man looked at each of us with a mix of curiosity and concern. He nodded slowly, as if understanding the scary things we had encountered. With a weathered hand, he gestured for us to come inside, offering us shelter from the encroaching darkness. We gathered around a flickering fireplace as the old man spoke with wisdom in his voice. He told us stories about the haunted woods, where lost souls wandered in the darkness and their whispers reached out to the living. We listened closely, intrigued by his words, and realized that our scary experience was more than just a coincidence. It was a brush with the supernatural. I couldn't be sure if he was telling the truth, but after what I went through, I convinced myself to believe him, even though I never believed in ghosts or spirituality before. As the night went on, a tow truck finally came to rescue our stranded car. We said goodbye to the old man. We are no longer just friends. We will always remember and share this terrifying story together for the rest of our lives. Number 3. At 2:47 a.m., my car's engine hummed softly as I tightly gripped the leather-wrapped steering wheel. The desolate road ahead, surrounded by imposing trees casting eerie shadows, made me feel uneasy. In the dark and silent forest, I longed to escape. The constant rustling of leaves and the engine's low hum filled the heavy air. I yearned to leave the spooky woods behind and drive to safety. I kept looking back and forth between the road ahead and the rearview mirror, feeling paranoid and scared. The idea that someone might be watching me felt suffocating. I tried to tell myself it was just my imagination, but as time passed, the feeling became more intense. In the mirror, I saw a quick movement, and I immediately looked back. My heart was racing, and I saw the outline of a figure amidst the dark shadows. It looked bent and strange, like a ghost lurking just outside the light of my headlights. Fear and panic rushed through me, urging me to escape from this terrible situation. I pressed the gas pedal harder, the engine roaring loudly as I sped forward with determination. I was on high alert, noticing every little noise and movement in the night. The wind carried eerie whispers through the trees, giving me chills. I could see shadows moving at the corner of my eyes, making me feel uneasy. I tried my best to focus on the road, holding the steering wheel tightly and constantly checking the rearview mirror. But fate had a different plan for me. As I went around a dangerous curve, a figure suddenly appeared in front of me. My heart pounded as I slammed the brakes, and my car screeched to a stop just a few feet away from the mysterious figure. A shiver ran down my back as I looked at the figure in front of me. It stood still, illuminated by my car's headlights, but it was hard to see clearly. It seemed like it was covered in a mysterious mist, making it difficult to make out its features, leaving only a ghostly shape. Feeling scared yet curious, I rolled down my window. The cold night air stung my cheeks. The wind blew through the trees, creating a haunting melody that sent chills down my spine. The figure didn't move, and its presence felt heavy and oppressive. Summoning all my courage, I asked out with a trembling voice, "Who are you? What do you want?" A deep silence surrounded me, and I could only hear the pounding of my heart. Then, the figure spoke in a chilling voice, saying it was the guardian of the lonely road and that no one could pass without a price to pay. The figure suddenly turned into mist and vanished. Fear consumed me, and I quickly started my car, desperate to escape from this strange encounter. The engine roared as I drove away, leaving the eerie whispers behind. Even though I was sure it was just my tired mind playing tricks on me, the memory of that night stayed with me. I can't find any other explanation for what I saw. Thank you for joining us on this spine-tingling journey through 3 frightening true night drive horror stories. If you enjoyed these terrifying tales and want more bone-chilling content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos.